last day of May here on the tiny veg plot. We'll have a little look round, see how things are progressing. First of all, we're going into the glass greenhouse where the tomatoes are. As we can see, we have some tomatoes. These are the maisie. There's 8 along there, growing along nice. You can see I grow them up these strings. Now just use these clips to attach them to it. They work really well. I'll recycle them each year. They're on strings which are hooked over at the top. You can see above we've got the shade on this morning. That rolls up and down. Works really well. I've had that quite a few years now, that shading. It's lasting really well. Well worth the money. Over on this side we have 4 aperos. They look also looking well in the autopots. Now, just in case you were starting to think that nothing ever goes wrong on the tiny veg plot, unfortunately my celery have had heart rot. This is where the centre of the plant, I believe, almost gets too hot and sweaty and basically rots. And as you can see, I've cut the leaves off this so you can see. You should be able to see the centre there. It's all black and gunky. So that would never have made a celery. So I've lost quite a few. It's entirely my fault. They were in the greenhouse through that hot weather. Just a bit too hot, I believe. I may be wrong. I kept them in the greenhouse a bit longer just to try and boost them along. But didn't think it through enough. And there we go. In fact, I've only got 2 left. And they're outside now. There you go, these things happen. Live and learn. I've managed to avoid it, the heart rot, for a couple of years. Takes a lot of effort. Celery is a time consuming crop to grow for showing. Particularly all the cardboard wrapping up to encourage them to grow taller and then to blanch the sticks. I was quite looking forward to this year because the way it's gone with the weather, we weren't going to have as many slugs. And after last year, it was would have been a relief not to be checking them every other day for slugs. These are the 2 header tanks that I top up with water, and I've now just started adding the fertilizer into the water. So I just mix it into there when I fill the tub up. I've been using the Kempact tomato feed. It's a powder mixed up and it goes in there. Unfortunately, it's no longer available, so I'm just sort of researching a bit to see what I'm going to replace that with. I particularly like the Kempact because it had got all of the more minor minerals that help plants, because of course they're not growing in any amount of soil, so there won't be any help from the soil with that type of thing. I'm sure I'll soon find a pair of the 2 surviving celery. Over at the back there we have 2 bonny potatoes. They're being grown particularly for seed for next year. In the middle there is where the other celery would have been. I've got it covered over to keep the moisture in the ground. I'm just starting to think what I'm going to put in there. It might be marrows actually. We'll see. The marigolds, of course, they're to see if there's slugs about. The slugs should nibble them before they go to the celery. I know you can't see that well in there, but that's the carrots. They've really moved on well since that rain. Very pleased with them, looking a nice colour. Let's hope they keep progressing like they currently are. Right. These are the seed onions, there's 5. And as you can see, I've peeled off the skins and it reveals how many onion heads are inside. And I've got 4 with 2 onion heads and the 1 there with just the one. Which is, of course, has got the biggest head. I like them to have one or two. I think it improves the potential shape in the future of the seed that it produces, or pips. I think they're more likely to be a more even shape. Could well be wrong, but that's my current thinking, unless something changes. You can just see on the head, flowers starting to come through. Hopefully this year we'll have a few more flies and bees about, get them well pollinated. I'll keep showing them every now and again to show the progress. Hopefully we'll produce some nice seed and hopefully pips this year. Here's the Winston potatoes. They're flying on now. They're just starting to poke their heads through the netting, which will hold them up straighter. You can still just see the two drip pipes that are running along the centre there, which I'll use more and more as time goes on. They're coming up to the time soon where they'll need more and more water. Once the little potatoes start to form, that's the time when the plants needs that water to grow those potatoes. Here's the tough ball onions. You'll just see there's a gap there. Should just see that gap. That one's come up. We'll see them in a minute. So once they get to 83mm width, up they come. And then you just have to hope that you can pull enough at the same width that are the same sort of depth of onion. Some can be flatter, some can be rounder, and obviously that makes quite a difference in their weight and looking the same. Plenty in there looking well, still very hopeful I might get some nice ones. Going to go through with my measure in a minute. You can just see it on the floor, the blue thing. Once they reach the edges of that, they'll be lifted. Into the onion house. As you can see, they're looking pretty good. Quite uniform at the minute, which I'm pleased about, because that's what I'm worried about this year. These are all from seed this time, as I've mentioned. Very important, I feel, to keep the skins peeled away. You can just see at the bottom of that one, it's one just drying up, that'll be pulled away. I found last year, this happened before, if you have a very humid day, you can get moisture build up on the inside, and that unfortunately can lead to botrytis. And once an onion's got botrytis, it's doomed. It just won't keep. Just looking at the tops of them. Still punching out plenty of new leaves. This one there looks like he wants straightening up. Here we go. Yeah, just got caught. There we go. This is the other side. Also looking good. All growing well. These are fed by a drip pipe from that barrel that's raised up in the air. Now, these are the first two 250-gram tough balls I've pulled. Different, you can just probably see enough. Slightly different depths to them, and that makes a massive difference in the weight. One on the left's a lot lighter. One on the right's the one that I'm hoping to get another 4 or 5 like. He's just over the 250, but by the time that neck's dried, I think he'll be just right. So here's some cucumbers, Carmens and Cassandras. Don't know what's happened with that one with the yellow bit. I probably won't keep him. Might be something to miss, a bit of a virus or something. But the others are going on well, and I sowed a second patch, and they're all going okay. Although you can see one there that's damped off. Get a bit any wet around that where the stem goes through the soil, it dampens it off and kills it off. So unlike tomatoes, do not pile the soil around the neck stroke, what should we call it, stem of a cucumber. They don't like it. 3 blight and bone marrows, not long been potted on. They're moving along nicely. A couple more cucumbers, and behind them we have some runner beans, which are for a long bean class at the local show. And I've got several people who've asked for plants, so they can all have a go and have a good competition at our local show. So thanks for looking in. Happy growing, hope things are going well. And yes, bye from me and Primrose.